Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel, Hume's Little Homestead. Today I'm doing a project outside. I'm protecting my flower garden so that I can let my chickens back out to free range because I feel bad that they're still locked in their coop and I feel like they need to be free. I need that song. I want to be free. Anyway, that's how I feel the chickens and the duck is feeling, and we brought our little ducklings out to play too. I have their bedding here, and I am going to use it as mulch. It's perfect. Old bedding, I guess I should say. I've already been putting it on onions, and they seem to like it, so it's good. I let everybody out because I'm feeling bad that they were stuck in their coop, and we're gonna do this project right now. Hannah is my big helper today. And say hi.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, he's saying hi to Daddy. This is for the YouTube channel. You can say hi to Dad too, though.
Hi, Daddy.
That one. Hannah's going to trim the asparagus down. It's past its prime. This asparagus is just wild asparagus, and it's just really, it's not always the tastiest. Oh, look, a ladybug! Let's get on the camera. There it is. Wait, let me get it on the camera. Neat. So cool. We've been finding so many ladybugs on our property, which is such a good sign. They're so good for the garden. Today did not go as planned. I ended up needing to pick up my daughter from school, and so I had to abandon the project right after I let all the chickens out. So Hannah and I were gathering all the chickens and putting them away because I didn't want them scratching up my flower garden. But I'm back home now. Got her. She's doing really good. I think she might have been faking. She says she's not faking, but sometimes I think my kids fake being sick. Anyway. She's fine now. No catastrophe, or catastrophe avoided, but especially with everything going on, I always pick them up even if they are pretending. So we'll see how she feels this evening and if she's going to go back to school tomorrow. But anyway, we're home and I am starting on the herb tomato soup. Hopefully this evening, because Tuesdays are my least busy day of the week, hopefully this evening I can still finish up that fencing around the flower garden, and Ryan is able to pick up the boys, so I'm excited about that. I think he will. Well, it was crazy. So when we're coming home, the train track, there was a train, And so I wait for the train to go by, and there's like 3 cars in front of me, and we're all getting ready to go. And then what are those called? Railroad crossing, you know, those big things that block you from going across, they went down again. So I'm like, oh man, there's another train. Hate it when there's 2 trains in a row. Like those 3 cars in front of me went, so I was literally first one right by the train track. And we're waiting and waiting, and there's no train. And I think we were sitting there for about 30 minutes. And Hannah was like, what's going on? I want to get home. And I'm like, I know. And then the cops came, and then the railroad people came, and they lifted the railroad crossing, and it was crazy. And then we got home, and there was actually a fire at our neighbor's. And I actually need to message my neighbor and see if they're okay. It was really sad. It looks like their whole shed burned down. So that is really, really sad. But I thought it might have been our house. I'm like, well, that would just be the luck of my day. But it wasn't. But I'm still very sad for them. So that is, I feel like I might cut this part out because it's weird talking about someone else's struggle on my video. But I'm making herb tomato soup tonight, and I have been debating if I'm going to double this recipe because I need to use up my frozen tomatoes. These tomatoes in here that are tomatoes I froze from last summer. So yay, they're my own tomatoes from my own garden, and I'd like to use them up. But I think for today, because of everything that's happened and my time constraints, I'm just going to go ahead and do one recipe and not double it, just so that I can hash it out real fast. Look at them. They're so funny. They remind me of pool balls, but these are little guys. And then here's some aromas. It says 6 tomatoes. This looks like a lot more than 6, but so all I do is put them under warm water, and the skin peels right off. It's quite simple after they've been frozen. The ingredients for this meal are onions, tomatoes, pick up some of the frozen ones, tomatoes, what else? Butter, chicken broth, tomato paste. I want to learn how to make my own tomato paste. That's on my list of things to do. Salt, pepper, basil. It says use fresh or dried. My fresh it's getting there. It's going to be ready to harvest really soon. I'm going to be able to start harvesting, because with basil, especially with basil, you can just pick it all season and it'll just bush up, and it'll be great. And thyme. And those are the ingredients for this recipe today. Sure, that's about 4 cups, so I'm gonna give the rest to the chickens. They're gonna love it. A lot of them are kind of just spent. But yeah, it was pretty easy to peel them after they've been frozen. If we totally needed them, I just have so many frozen, and we're getting ready to plant and have our new season, so I'm gonna give these as a treat to the chickens, and we're gonna use these that I already peeled for the soup.
careful, guys. This is very hot. Levi's gonna love all those onions. If only he knew.
He's already crying about this.
I know. You should have heard the whole ride. I hate Mom's challenge. Can we just get pizza? Shake that.
Ow, that's hot.
Remember what I said. Be careful, guys. It's hot. She forgot.
I feel like it needs to be.
It's blended.
I can see a chunk of onion.
A chunion?
It won't open.
No, here, let me help you.
Okay.
Trade spots.
I did it.
Okay.
Now pour it back in and I'll do the same thing. We don't have to video it twice.
Say bye.
Thanks for hanging out with me today. Looky, looky, our first asparagus that we planted. And then I just saw another one right here. Yay! I don't see any more. I see right here is the tops of a strawberry. I don't know if it's dead. Here's its roots. I just pulled it up. I don't know why I did that. It doesn't look dead. I'm gonna replant it. But I'm like, hey, one of the strawberry plants is still in there. So things were digging up stuff in here. And so I thought all of my plants were eaten by mice or something. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I'm gonna plant that back down in and maybe they'll grow. I don't know. I was just super excited that I saw the first asparagus coming up. We got a chance to finish my project this evening, and I'm really excited with how it turned out. It's very hodgepodge, Mod Podge, whatever you want to call it. So it's not uniform by any means, but we use materials on our property. I did buy this chicken wire thinking it would go a lot farther than it did, but it only went to right there. No, Emmett. See? That's our flower garden. I'm blocking babies. I'm blocking chickens. And hopefully rabbits. We did stake it down at the bottom. And then this little section is my gate so I can get in and weed easily. I planted lettuce and radishes here. I can see some of the radish. I see a bunch of weeds. There's a bunch of weeds in there, but I do see some radish popping up. So that's pretty encouraging. And then all of our flowers from the flower garden. I also want to do an herb garden. That's probably why I said that. But all of the flowers are starting to pop up, and I am able to let the chickens free range when I have this stuff up. So hopefully they'll stay out. I mean, there's a chance they'll just hop right over this. But with all this nice green pasture, I don't think they're gonna even worry about coming over here. Right here, they do get in between these two sections right here. So I did want the taller netting on this section right here because I could see them getting in right here. But And especially because there's no green stuff for them right here, they'd be like, oh, green flowers to munch on. The tomato project is going okay. They're not growing well. They're still alive, but they're not growing well. Tomatoes are really picky about the temperature that they need to grow and thrive. Some radishes popped up, but no squash yet. And I did see a cucumber starting, so I'll keep you updated on that little gardening project. But here's how it looks. I'm super happy with it. And yeah, everybody's playing this evening. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for stopping by our channel. Bye.